going on the Winners Win podcast? It's your boy Loso 2.0. And today we're going to talk about Mark 13, right? A little excerpt from Mark 13. Now, it's not really in detail, but I really wrote down the notes of what I learned from that chapter. But before I get started with that stuff, I want you guys to do some housekeeping things. Like this video, share it, comment below, subscribe to the Winners Win channel. If you're listen to this on any type of podcast platform, leave a 5-star review, and then leave a review to see how I can better serve you. But before we get started with this, I'm not going to lie, I've been slacking on the Bible. I'm not going to lie, and I apologize for that. Slacking on the Bible, slacking on a lot of things. Well, not really slacking, but like I said, I've been ill. Like I said in my last episode, or one of my episodes, I've been ill for like a week straight. That's why I've been a little sporadic with my postings, a little sporadic with my content to you guys. But being as that may, though, you know what I mean? Now I'm going to get back into it more. I'm going to lock myself in, you know what I mean? Even today, like even as far as today I could have easily been done everything, but I was sleeping, trying to get my rest up. Cause also I was out with friends. I'm not going to lie, last night. And that's the thing too. Remember I told you guys, work hard, play hard. Don't be upset with yourself for going out there and enjoy yourself. Now I know a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of successful people love that saying, like, no, stop going out, this, that, and the third, yada. You got to reward yourself sometimes, too, as well. Now, you shouldn't be going out every single weekend. I think I'm a firm believer in that, but I'm also a firm believer that it's like you can still relax sometimes and recuperate from all of the work that you put in. That's just all it is, right? You work hard, you got to play hard, right? So that's the first thing anyway, though. But yeah, secondly, like I said, I have been slacking on it, but I'm going to get back to my thing. Actually, matter of fact, after this episode, I'm going to get right back into my study, right? And start studying the word today. 1 chapter a day, man. Keep the demons away. I'm just playing. But seriously, though, that's one thing that I really want to start getting back into more. And you should too, right? Now I'm saying you should study the word. Like, you're not obligated to study the word because maybe you believe in something else. But whatever your spiritual thing is, take some time out just to read a little bit of it each single day. Use that idea of compounding or exponential growth on anything that you do. Remember, I told you guys that post, right? It says 60 pages a day is some amount of books a year. 100 push-ups a day is, by the end of the year, 100 push-ups a day is 3,650 push-ups. No, I'm tripping. 36,000. Because 100 times 365, yep. 36,500 push-ups. That's crazy. All this stuff adds up. It adds up, right? So you want to keep doing this stuff every single day to keep pushing yourself to achieve everything. But even with your, the thing, it may not take that long with your spirituality. You need I believe everybody should believe in some type of higher power. Something that's higher than them, something that's greater than themselves. But, you don't have to do that. That's not true. I'm not pushing it on you, but it's just something that I believe in, right? Secondly, as far as athletically, this week I got shots up 1 time. Still was sick majority of the week. And then it started raining too, so I didn't go to as much. But tomorrow I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to hoop. I'm going to be confident tomorrow. That's what I'm really looking forward to. Just being confident tomorrow when I play. Just keep shooting. Like, yes, last week, like I said, last week was good for me because I kept shooting even though I was airballing. This week, I'm going to keep shooting, but I know what I need to work on because I've been shadow shooting in the crib. I still been going to the park and, I shot once a week there, but I shot a shot in the crib. Watch some basketball, kind of get yourself in the flow of it. So tomorrow I'm really excited because I'm confident now. I'm just going to keep being confident and keep playing hard. That's all it is. The person who plays hard will always win. Always. That's why I was actually watching the documentary for the Dream Team, right? It's my last little story before I start talking about Mark 13, but the documentary for the Dream Team, they were talking about how they kept losing every single year, yada, yada, yada. Then they brought in Kobe, right? And this is why I love freaking Kobe so much. It was not even funny. Like, Kobe literally was like, yo, listen. Boom. Kobe just straight up said, listen, man. He went in there, didn't say nothing to them. He was actually kind of separate from them. He came in and they said, the first practice, he was, cooking them offensively easily. But then on defensively, he's strapping them and he dove for that basketball on the floor. Like Kobe Bryant, MVP of the league, definitely the best player in the league. Seeing him dive on the floor for a basketball. And they were like, you know what? I can tell right now this year's going to be different. Just by that, just bringing that energy, just playing harder than everybody. That's why Kobe was always better than everybody because he just played harder. So whatever you're doing, just play harder at it. Whatever you're doing, just multiply that effort in it. And that's something that we're working on in that 2.0 challenge. So definitely get with the challenge. Make yourself easy on y'all, right? So yeah, we're going to talk about, like I said, Mark 13, right? Now, the thing that I learned from this chapter was Jesus kept telling them, beware of men that saying they are Christ. It's so many times where, and it's crazy because it's a lot of people on here, and listen, you can say what you want to say to me about this. I don't really, it's whatever, you know what I mean? I'm used to it. But there's a lot of people on here who claim, Christianity, claim Christ, claim this, that, and the third, right? But they were, you know what I mean? But then they're not actually going to study the word. They're going to church, they're going to the synagogues, the buildings, and just listening to what he says and not being skeptical. I want you to be skeptical. God wants you to be skeptical. Jesus wanted them to be skeptical. Because skepticism brings knowledge, because people are skeptical about something, so they go and read about it and try to figure out their proof for it. So that's why people come at me sometimes. I'm like, cool though, right? I don't want you to believe me. I want you to just listen. I want you to just listen to what I'm saying. I want you to go do your own research. But a lot of people are lazy and they don't want to go do that. And the pastors play off of this too as well. They may say, hey, I'm with, this, that, and the third. But then you always see pastors, sometimes priests, popes, all these people doing some crazy stuff though sometimes, right? But it's like, you have to be skeptical. You have to go get your own knowledge, right? And the people who truly know what they know, they are cool with it. They're like, cool. Like, they don't feel offended when someone says something they don't believe in, right? Now, secondly, right, he says people will start to betray each other and beating people just because they believe in something. That's so funny because, like I just said, that happens to me all the time, right? So I feel like I'm like it's crazy. I feel like a modern day prophet sometimes, right? People will see what I have to say and then start to not beat me, but start to like try to rain down on me because of what I say. People either love me or they hate me. It's the idea of polarity. Donald Trump has it. Oprah Winfrey has it. Jesus has it. A lot of people have it. I have it. You can have it too. But it's just people will literally start to betray each other. It said, and for Jesus' sake, so people will listen to my stuff just because someone may follow what I say. Someone may believe in what I say. Someone may just like me for what I say or do. They would beat that person, or they would try to not really physically beat them, but maybe emotionally. And now everything with social media, it's social media to try to cancel them or whatever, right? Just because of what they believe in. And it says also too, false prophets and false Christs will arrive. Or Christ will rise. So they're saying that a lot of people will start going up. And the crazy thing is, right, people are so stuck into their own ways. They're so stuck on just listening to what people say. Just listening to what people say that they actually aren't going to go do the research themselves. They're not even realizing they're already trapped. Now, I'm not talking on some conspiracy theorist type of thing, but I'm dead serious. People will start just listening to what people say instead of going and do the research themselves. Example of this, right? I was watching years ago, The Last Exorcism or something like that, right? Or of Emily Rose, whatever the joint was, right? And on there, the pastor was like, yo, I can literally get people to say anything I want. He had them praying about ice cream. Freaking ice cream here. Because people just listen to what they say and they don't go out and do the research themselves, or they don't listen for real. They're listening. They're hearing him, but they're not really listening. You know what I mean? Taking in that information. Even something that I talk about, something I had to work on myself. Just listen. I'm telling you, bro, they're not going to do the research. Now, I'm not saying I know all the answers. I'm not saying anybody knows the answers. Even Jesus himself was saying he doesn't know the answers. God is the only one that doesn't know the answers. But he's saying that you should go search for those answers, or at the very least, know where to find them. Right? So that's all I'm really saying to you guys. Beware of these false prophets. Beware of people saying that, they're this. And actually, I'm looking at the person that's going the different way, because remember, to be successful, you have to be weird, because 1%, the 1% is the top, 1% of, wealthy people in the world. They are 1%, so they're not of the norm. So that's really all I have for you guys today, man. Like I said, I want you to watch this video, like this video, share. I want you to comment below a time when you were just listening to what people were saying instead of actually going to do your research. That's what I want you guys to do. Share this video, 5-star review, leave a review under my podcast. And then also too, guys, remember, winners win and losers lose. And you pray for success like this. 2.0 out.